How do you even start these things? Just they told noise. Anyway, we need more Touhous. So today, I was gonna do something else, but there was a problem. There was a big problem. Technology. It's complicated. Anyway, so instead we're doing Ghost of Tranquil Vows 1.0.0. And this one has a simple exe file. Another one wanted me to download an engine and run code, and I need to register to a thing, and then I couldn't navigate the download page on something called GitLab, and look, I'm not here to be competent today. This is not the time for me to be competent. This is not the place for it at all. So instead, we're here to pretend to be drunk and see things. This is not a full-on options menu anyway. It's a full-on options menu and everything else. Holy shit, this is rare. It's typing volume is quite loud. Controls, why? Oh god. Oh no. No. Why are there many controls here? Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. What? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna figure it out. Oh god. Okay. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do actual Touhou gameplay. Shit. We're here for a long time. I'm here for a long time. Oh, you want... is it okay? It's fine. It's fine. Ghost of Tranquil Vows. Hey, it's this get hella worse. She's asleep. I need to click to advance. Marisa. Marisa. Marisa, have you forgotten me?
What the?
Marisa, have you forgotten me?
It's a fucking ghost! Ah!
Get you.
Holy shit, I can't believe I ran into a goddamn ghost first thing in the morning. I better ask for some help before I go back. Bet she could probably help me, but it doesn't seem like she's here.
Oh, Marisa, have you come here to borrow another one of Patchouli's books?
Oh, actually, nah, not today. I want to ask if you know much about ghosts.
Ghosts? Oh, yes. In fact, we were just discussing our preparations for the forthcoming All Hallows Eve, which naturally requires
ghost stories.
We're going to tell ghost stories.
Oh, wait, Flandre, how does she sound?
Marisa, I have a super duper awesome ghost story. Want to hear it? Want to hear it?
Wait, I'm not talking about ghost stories.
Okay, I'll tell you, but only because you asked. Once there was an ugly yokai. She was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
Oh, wait, where's the ghost in this story?
Marisa, it is my understanding that the protagonist, to be more specific, the character described as the ugly yokai, is the ghost of this ghost story.
Can yokai be ghosts?
Are ghosts a type yokai? Oh wait, I'm obstructing the visuals. Let's go over there. Well, I am not entirely familiar with the taxonomy of yokai, but... Oh, you fools are all missing the point! In a ghost story, anything can be the ghost. The important part is what it is, isn't what it is, but what function it serves. A ghost must frighten, amaze, terrify. That is what makes a ghost. Flandre, your ghost is not at all scary, and thus I cannot in good conscience let you call your story a ghost story. What? Really? It's not scary? But everyone dies. A ghost story ought not rest upon the fear of death, but rather the fear of life. After all, death is an inevitability, but a pitiful and painful life is something we can only hope never befalls us. I shall show you what a proper ghost story sounds like. Listen close. Once upon a time, there were two Taoist saints. Let us call them Kaku and Sega. Milady, if you plan to use real people's names, you must include the disclaimer. Yes, I almost forgot. This story is a work of fiction. Names, characters, business, events, and incidents are the products of author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or otherwise, or actual events is purely coincidental. Then, let us continue with the story. These two saints were deeply in love with each other, and they were so deep in love that they declared that even death would not part them. And to prove this, they achieved immortality together. But a wayward Shinigami, not having seen that Kaku's name had been stricken from the register of life and death, captured Kaku while she was sleeping and took her to the depths of Yomotsukuni.
Oh, that's the same as hell, right?
No, it is not the same. You will see why shortly. Seiga, when she saw that Kaku had been taken away, hurried down to the gate of Yomotsukuni. She defeated the guards and dove into its depths, utterly devoid of light, blacker than even the moonless darkness. There she found Kaku, who called for her, saying, "Seiga, my love, you have found me. Please, take me away from here, back to the land where the sun shines bright." Seiga said, "Of course, my love. I have brought a lamp to guide our way back." But Kaku cried out, "No, you must not light a lamp." Yet it was too late. Seiga's lamp illuminated not only the road back to the surface, but also Kaku. Or, at least, what had become of Kaku. Kaku's flesh had rotted away from her bones had rotted away from her body, and her body was now abode to thousands of writhing maggots that crawled through her organs like earthworms digging through wet topsoil.
Wow, that's super scary.
Silence! My story is not yet complete. For Kaku had already eaten some of the food of Yomotsukuni, and she had become one with Yomotsukuni. A land bathed in only darkness has no need for concepts such as beauty, and thus her beauty was lost with her life. Seiga's love for Kaku could surpass death, but it could not surpass ugliness. We must not blame her for this, because you and I certainly are no different. So Seiga thrust Kaku away and fled, and Kaku chased after her, screaming in anger, for Seiga had betrayed her, and what greater wrong can there be than betrayal? Seiga escaped from Yomotsukuni and immediately placed an immovable boulder over the gate of Yomotsukuni, trapping Kaku within. Then Seiga fled, never to return. But Kaku has not fled. Even today, she claws away at that boulder, seeking to return to the land where the sun shines. Our hell, you see, was built on top of Yomotsukuni. It is said that if you travel to the farthest depths of former hell, not far from the nuclear reactor... Right, that's a thing that exists. that's such a... what's the word? Oxymoron? No, not the oxymoron, just the stark contrast in sharp whatever. I forgot the word. Anyway, you can hear the sound of nails scratching away at the stone, bit by bit. And that is the sound of Kaku making her way, slowly but surely, back into the world of the living, in order to take vengeance not only on Seiga, but also on everyone who did not free her when they had the opportunity. Marisa, you have been to former hell, have you not? Did you free her when she screeched for your aid? Or will you too become a target of her vengeance?
Wait, is it possible that the ghost I ran into earlier was actually this Kaku? Nah, no way. The ghost asked if I'd forgotten them. This is the first time I'm hearing about this Kaku, so it has to be someone else. That's a scary story, Daz. For a moment there, I really thought I might have heard this Kaku when I was in former hell.
Milady's ghost stories are truly supreme. I don't get it. Now, Marisa, it's your turn. Tell us a ghost story.
Wait, I'm actually here for...
I would like to hear Marisa's ghost stories as well.
Me too. Fine. So, a while back, I borrowed volumes 1 and 2 of Grundgesetz der Arithmetik. Grundgesetz der Arithmetik from Patchy. German. Ooh, what's it about? It's about math. So I read through them both, and at the end of volume 2, the author really hyped up volume 3, saying it would unify all the theories of math and a bunch of stuff like that. Oh, that's such bullshit. But then, I couldn't find volume 3 in the Mansion's library. I asked Pachi, and she said, if we have volumes 1 and 2, then either we have volume 3 or it doesn't exist. Remy would never miss a book.
It is as she says. I would never procure an incomplete set of books. But this story of yours seems to suggest otherwise.
Well, I was trusting her words, so I thought I might already borrowed the book, so I went home to check, but I didn't have it. So then I asked Yukari to help me look into it, and I found out the truth. When the author published the second volume, some little kid wrote a letter to him saying that there was a contradiction in the first volume. The kid was right. There was a contradiction in the first volume, and because of it, everything in the first and second volume was wrong. The author read the letter, then fell into a deep depression. His life's work had gone up in flames, and he never wrote again. His wife died a year later, so he suffered alone, depressed, broken for 20 years, and then he died too. And thus, there is no third volume of Grundgesetz der Arithmetik.
This story is quite unsettling, but I am not sure I would call it a ghost story, unless you were to change it so that the kid was a ghost who invented a false contradiction. I concur. As is, this story is no more than that of a fool who ties his shoelaces together and then trips over them. I would not call it a ghost story, though it could be one with some reworking.
Oh, I see.
I don't get it.
But you know, the main reason I came here was to ask y'all for help with a ghost.
Ah, you want help making a proper ghost story out of this one? Why not? It will be quite straightforward, and I, of course, shall offer you a better story than Sakuya. Let us say that our author receives the letter, but in a fit of rage, rips it up and throws it in a dustbin. He proceeds with writing the third volume, ignoring the contradiction present, and 10 years later he is about ready to publish it. One night, while working on the finishing touches, he sets the manuscript on his desk and goes to sleep. But when he wakes up the next morning, the manuscript for the third volume is gone. Instead, on his desk is only the letter from 10 years past, its shreds taped back together with only the most minor gaps. And across the white space at the bottom of the letter is written in yet wet blood: Marisa, have you forgotten me?
Ah!
Milady's stories are truly a caliber unto themselves. I was not expecting such a response. Actually, I don't think it was that scary.
I don't get it.
Marisa, what's wrong with you? Why are you so out of breath? Did you just run all the way across the Sanzu River to get here?
I'm being haunted by a ghost.
What kind of ghost? I mean, we can probably help you with ghost problems to some extent, but we'd need to know what you mean by ghost. Like, do I fall under the category of ghost that you're worried about? Does Yuyuko? Did someone call me?
Yuko, help me! I'm being haunted by a ghost.
What kind of ghost?
Why are both of you saying the same things?
There are many species that can be considered to be ghosts. For example, you might call me a true ghost, in the sense that I was a human, I died, and now I'm here in this form. Yomu is a half-ghost, but that should be considered as a subspecies of ghost and not a human-ghost hybrid. If you're being haunted, the countermeasures will depend on what type of ghost is haunting you. At the least, I think it's unlikely that it's a half-ghost like me. I'd guess that it's either a true ghost or a weak ghost.
If it's a weak ghost, I'll go beat it up myself.
Marisa, weak ghost does not mean that the ghost is weak. It refers to how strictly it adheres to intuitions of what ghosts are. If a true ghost is one that is formed from a dead human, then a weak ghost might be one that is formed from me pruning plants in the garden here. Strictly speaking, if it is still a ghost, but intuitively speaking, we may not be one to consider it the same thing as a ghost from a dead body.
Oh, so it's like a weak inequality as opposed to a strict inequality, or a weak subset as opposed to a proper subset.
Yuyuko, do you know what that means? No, just say that is an appropriate comparison or something. That would be an appropriate comparison. But we must also consider the possibility of, vengeful ghosts.
Vengeful ghosts? Why do vengeful ghosts be looking for me?
Because you have wronged many people in the past.
What? What kind of bullshit is that? I ain't never wronged nobody.
Well, for example, there was that time when you crucified Reimu.
How'd you know about that?
Oh, I haven't heard this story. When did it happen? It happened a good long while ago. Before the vampires took up residence here. Yukri told me about it. How interesting. I should tell everyone about this.
My dark past has been revealed.
Weak ghosts can be birthed even by vague concepts such as the divinity of an enshrined squirrel or the age of a tree. So when you say Master sparked the entire Hakure shrine, you might have incurred the wrath of some of the weak ghosts living in the vicinity.
No more, please. I don't want to listen to it.
As they say, there is nothing scarier than one's own past. Precisely. So, Marisa, if you can get some clarity on what type of ghost is afflicting you, we can help you prepare some countermeasures. My Rokan can probably cut through your ghost, but I need to know what type of ghost it is in order to make the right cuts. Like, if I do a Zwerhau when I need to be doing an Oberhau, the ghost will come right back, twice as powerful.
You need a sword with 2 edges to do a Zwerhau. You can't do it with a katana. Have you ever read Meyer?
All swords have 2 edges if you swing hard enough. In my day, it was quite difficult to keep swords sharp, so swords were less of a cutting weapon and more of a hacking and bashing weapon. Sometimes the best thing to do would be to grab the end of the blade with both hands and hit your opponent in the side of their head with the crossguard, like a mace. Give them a nice good concussion, even if they're wearing a helmet. So you could say that all swords actually have 3 edges if you swing hard enough. Well, if I did that with a katana, first the mekugi and then the rest of the handle would go flying away.
And that's why the longsword is superior to the katana.
But the steel in the rokaken has been folded over 1,000 times.
The whole point of the folding, from what I remember, is like, because there's a bunch of impurities, like, and just European steel, like, the ores just happened to be of, like, pretty good grade, so they didn't need to do that stuff. It was just really good iron in the ground. That's it. I think. Hey, something like that. This geography played tricks on ya.
Well, even if Yomu's Rokangen is a lame-ass sword with a measly 1 edge as opposed to a longsword's 3, it can still deal with your ghost problem, Marisa. However, you'll need to find an exorcist or a therapist to identify what kind of ghost is afflicting you.
Where am I supposed to find an exorcist or a therapist?
No idea, but you could always look for a priest. A priest is half exorcist, half therapist, and all bullshit.
Oh, so like Byakuren.
Yes, like Byakuren. Don't tell her I said priests are bullshit though.
And no promises. But anyways, I'll go get to the Moyon Temple and ask them for help.
You can navigate between different locations by clicking the icons in the top right part of the screen. The icons will appear when the disc dialogue ends. The dev was planning to make a proper map menu, but they didn't have enough time for the 72-hour jam, so it's the same system as the prequel. Well, for what it's worth, there is one new system in this game, and it just appeared in the top left corner of the screen. Wasn't there another one? That one that's about a year overdue? Didn't that one get cut due to time constraints again? I'm not sure, since this dialogue was written before most of the code. I guess you'll just have to finish the game to find out, Marisa.
Yeah, sure. Alright. Review the evidence. Here's Marisa. Hi, Marisa being haunted by a ghost. Normally this doesn't happen to me, so I'm a bit freaked out about it. Why is Mima even here in the evidence list? Who the fuck knows who is Mima? Remili's the master of the Scardell Mansion. She's a vampire. Flanders, Emily's younger sister. She's a vampire, but she has no taste for ghost stories at all. Sakura is the maid of the Scardell Mansion. She's human, supposedly. Yuko is the master Hakugyokuro. She's a so-called true ghost. Kampaku Yomu's a half-human, half-ghost gardener of Hakugyokuro. Supposedly her sword could cut through ghosts, so if I could provide her more information or what type of ghost is haunting me, she might be able to help me. Okay, let's go down there. She's back to my house. Currently Hakyuker. Let's go to your temple, hello. Let's go to your hello, Byakurin. Let's talk to you. Byakurin, I need your help.
Amitofo, what has gotten you in such a flurry, little lamb?
I'm being haunted by a ghost.
Little lamb, ghosts do not exist.
I literally came back from hell where we talked to some ghosts. What? What is that supposed to mean?
There is no such thing as ghosts. If you believe you have seen a ghost, it only means that you have fooled yourself into seeing a ghost where something else stands. You do not wish to know the truth, and so the truth does not make itself known to you. Ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened. But if you close your eyes and flee, then even the truth written upon your path you shall not see. Amitofo, may you lean closer and observe with the true sight that from which you now turn your head.
Wait, you're Buddhist, right?
Of course, why do you ask?
I feel like I heard some distinctly non-Buddhist stuff mixed in there.
Nonsense, do not be distracted by such fleeting sensations, little lamb. Practice right mindfulness, and your misconceptions both of your ghost and my words shall be dispelled.
Look, I get the religious stuff and all, but seriously, no joke. There's a ghost haunting me. It can't just not exist.
Amitofo, if you wish to argue that I'm mistaken, you must show me some evidence the ghosts exist.
Okay, I definitely have some proof that ghosts exist. I'll show her. I mean, literally, Yuko. She's a ghost. Alright. Present evidence. Play the thing. Literally, Yuko. Like, she's literally... Yuko and Yomo are, by definition, ghosts.
Amitofo, to my knowledge, Yuko and Yomo are not ghosts, but spirits or phantoms. Or do you wish to say that it is someone like Yuko who is haunting you?
Look, I'm an American. As far as I'm concerned, ghosts and spirits and phantoms are all the same thing. I ain't up for all this terminology bullshit.
Yo, is someone talk about ghosts? I heard someone talk about ghosts. I love ghosts. Ghosts, they are that which you cannot understand. They emerge from gaps in your philosophical systems and bring them to their knees. What are epicycles and difference but the ghost that haunted Ptolemy? What is auction but the ghost of Phlogiston in the theory? What is ever ether drift but the ghost of the Enlightenment dream for a mechanized universe? We should love ghosts where we find them, for they promise us a greater future, one where the ghosts of today will become but mere curious oddities of the theories to come.
I get that you can define ghost in this kind of metaphorical sense, but like, I'm being haunted by a real ghost, you know?
Oh no, I'm not being metaphorical. When the ancients saw the fire planet moving backwards in the sky, they believed just that ghost was haunting them in their telescopes.
But like, I mean, there's literally a ghost in my house that I can see.
So like when my UFO seeds which lay waste to the best laid plans of mice and men.
No,
Amitofo, I believe we could simply simplify these matters by asking Marisa for some clarification.
Oh, right, Marisa.
Did y'all call me? Marisa, we are having some trouble agreeing on what ghost is. Could you offer your thoughts?
Sure, I guess. The most easiest way to define a ghost would be to distinguish it from a monster. Y'all know Moby Dick, right?
More or less.
Yeah, so Moby Dick's a classic monster story. A sailor gets his leg eaten clean up by a giant whale and spends the rest of his life hunting the whale looking for revenge, even though the whale is 1,000 times the size. He never does get around to killing the whale, but he gets close. He manages to stick a harpoon in it, but the harpoon's rope wraps around his throat and then chokes him to death, and the whale drags his corpse away. See, it's a monster story because the guy is fighting against something way stronger than him, but you know, he has a fine chance, it's just that he's too weak.
Much like when we fight against the weight of our own desires, it is possible to emerge victorious, though a few ever do.
What makes a ghost is when you never get a fighting chance. If he had spent his life chasing the whale and then he found the whale and tossed his harpoon at it, but then the harpoon just phased right on through like it was passing through air, that would make it the ghost story. The moment when we realized that it was all impossible right from the start. A monster is something you fear, but you pick up your sword and fight it. A ghost is something you fear, but your sword doesn't even touch it. You can't even fight it. Yep, and let me also mention that if we read this argument from the point of view of the philosophical concept of Dasein, wherein one's understanding of the world is determined by what means one has to interact with it, then not being able to interact with something is the same as not understanding it. So when a sailor finds a whale that they can't harpoon, they cease to understand it. Yeah, that's why sailors are so scared of me. When I was still going around sinking ships, the sailors really couldn't do anything to me. I was the yokai and they were human. I would stand on the ship's bow and crush the ship to pieces, and they would just have to watch. A few of them tried attacking me with swords and guns, but, well, let's just say it didn't end well for them. That's why even though I'm just a yokai, you could call me a ghost. I might as well be the unharpoonable whale. And I'm the unidentified flying object. You could call me a ghost too.
Tofu, what we can conclude from this discussion is that ghosts arise from errors in one's mindfulness. There are only simple phenomena, and one sees ghosts for the simple reason that one despairs. One despairs because one does not understand. But one's soul is the seat of the world, the source of all phenomena. One does not understand only because one despairs. It is a negative cycle, much like the dukkha that it mirrors. To break this cycle, you must will to see the truth. You must will to be free of despair, and by the force of your will, you will understand. But this is Marisa we're talking about. If she can't hit with the Master Spark, she can't understand it. Hey! Tofu, may our words here have brought you even a marginal degree of enlightenment, Marisa. Go forth with right view and right conduct, and no ghost shall be capable of blocking your path.
Right. Wow, it was useless, wasn't it? Let's just go back. Let's go back to my house, I guess. Let's talk to the ghost. Fuck you, let's confront you.
Marisa, have you forgotten me? My blood stains your hands, Marisa. Have you forgotten me?
I have forgotten you.
Then go find my name, find your memory of me, and then I will kill you.
Okay. Let's go back to the Scardale mission. Maybe they can help or something. Hello.
Oh, Marisa, back for more ghost stories?
Actually, I need help with an exorcism.
An exorcism? Saku can help you with that. Yes, I am a bit rusty, but I can deal with most demons or devils without too much trouble.
Wait, I don't get it. Why are you of all people exorcist?
I am not an exorcist, but rather a vampire hunter. However, because vampires were driven to near extinction by overhunting, I had no choice but to expand my trade a little bit. But I don't do charity, Marisa. If you want Sakura's help, you need to offer something of equal value. So tell us a ghost story, a proper one. And it better not be about yourself.
Do you got that one? Oh, we got one. Oh, I guess we can do that. Yeah, that works. Marisa, sure. Alright, so, sip of water. Because water is important. And we're about to talk about water-based shenanigans. So let me tell you about the Shik ghost called Moby Dick. Blah, 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 blah.
I do like this story. Though it is not terrifying like a classic ghost story, the sense of despair felt by Ishmael when he realizes that his life's pursuit never had any meaning is perfectly bittersweet. I agree, it has the flavor of my homeland. Then, shall we proceed with the exorcism? I shall permit it. This is odd. I cannot detect any demons or devils on you. There's nothing here to be exorcised.
What? This exorcism is fraud. A fraud, I tell you, a fraud.
If it were a fraud, she would have pretended to exercise something that wasn't there. That is true. Speaking from experience, you cannot make money as a fraud by telling people they are not haunted.
Wait, what? From experience, doesn't that mean...
What it means is that whatever ghost is afflicting you is something internal to yourself. It is not possible to exorcise a ghost of the mind. You must crush it with your own willpower.
So it's a ghost of the mind. I see. I'll keep that in mind. Ha. Okay.
So let's go back to Hakugyuku. How about, can you tell me something? Oh, I guess we have found that. I figured that out. Good.
Marisa, have you found out what kind of ghost is haunting you? If you know, we can help you.
Have I talked to anyone who was able to say what kind of ghost is haunting me? Oh wait, yeah, we have. Sakura just told us it's an internal ghost.
Saki said that it's a ghost of the mind.
Oh, a ghost of the mind? That's quite unusual. Yuko, have you dealt with ghosts of the mind before? Once. That whole ordeal with the Saigyu Ayakashi was about me trying to come to terms with a ghost of my own mind. But Yomu, I don't think you'll be able to cut a ghost of the mind. I mean, I could, but I'd have to cut Marisa as well, so I don't think it's a particularly actionable prospect.
What? So you can't get rid of it?
Sorry, Marisa, it does not seem like my skills will be of much help here.
Ah.
That said, I can offer you a little help. In order to fight a ghost of the mind, you must understand where it comes from. Does it come from your regrets, your hopes, from something you have abandoned, or from something you yet seek? I'm able to offer you an educated guess.
Please do.
All right.
What are you doing?
Silence! Do not interrupt Yuiko's work!
Okay.
I can smell the fragrance of nostalgia on you. This ghost of yours comes from memories you have sealed away deep within yourself. It is a ghost of the past. It is a ghost of what you have forgotten. You must figure out the rest, Marisa. Go and confront your ghost.
Thanks.
Well, I guess we go back home to figure out the ghost of the past.
Have you forgotten me?
I remember you.
Do you? Then tell me, when do I come from?
When? I mean, Yuko just said, I guess. That one.
You come from my past.
You understand this much? Then tell me, why do I appear to you in this form?
We got, why do you appear in this form? I guess that.
You look like that only because I don't fully understand you. It's my own false sight, my own fear that's making you look like that. But in reality, that's not what you look like.
Your answer is satisfactory.
Why did I do this ghost voice from the beginning? But anyway.
Here is your final question. Who am I?
Good thing I have a pop filter, otherwise this would be really, really horrible. I mean, not to say that isn't, but, you know, worse. Who are you? You're you? Or Mima? Who? I mean, I guess you? Why are you here? Who are you? Okay, so originally the plan was to like have the ghost kill you when you gave the wrong answer here, but I'm pretty sure you haven't even saved this game once yet, and which you haven't saw. If I send you back to the main menu here, you'd have to start from the entire game, and I don't really want to make you do that. So just like imagine I'm sending you back to the main menu, okay? Sure, and then we're back here. Fair enough. Alright. What? Oh. What? Fuck's sake. Okay, pause. Oh, I thought I clicked that one already. again. Okay, so the menu option is you click on the thing and then click on confirm. It's actually just scroll, and I guess I must have misscrolled or something. Anyway,
You're Mima.
If you understand that, then hurry up and open the cellar door already.
Oh, mystery solved. What? Cellar door. Let me, there, open it.
Holy shit, Marisa. It's really dusty down there. You really ought to clean the cellar. Along with the rest of your house.
Mima, it was you all along?
Yeah, I've been asking you to open the cellar door all day.
Was there a better way to go about that? Did you really have to haunt me?
Haunt you? I wasn't haunting you. Why would I be haunting you? My job is to haunt Reimu.
But weren't you saying weird things like, Marisa, have you forgotten me?
No. I was saying, Marisa, please open the cellar door.
Really?
Yes, really?
Eh,
Are you being haunted, Marisa?
I'm not sure.
If you're not sure, that probably means you're being haunted by yourself. But instead of confronting yourself, looks like you confronted me. Oops.
How can I be haunted by myself? Wouldn't that require that to be two different me's?
Yes, but due to the doctrine of the impermanence of self, that's not particularly infeasible. Ask a random Buddhist if you want to know more.
Actually, no thanks. I've heard enough Buddhists preaching for at least 3 weeks. Wait, Mima, why were you in my cellar in the first place?
I was testing some of my old underground pathways to Gensokyo, just in case I need them in order to take over the Hakure Shrine someday. But there's a sort of magic whirlpool around your cellar for some reason, so I got stuck in there. Anyways, I'll have to go play pranks on Reimu. See you later! Oh, one last thing. If you save the game before I leave, then when you reload, it'll put you back right before this dialogue starts, so you can get the other ending.
oh, there's another ending, but my voice is already shot.
That's stupid. Why does it work that way?
You only call it stupid because you have no idea how hard it is to write generic save load code. Anyways, I'm leaving now. I'm really leaving.
You saved, right? Fine. Just making sure. Fine, I'll save. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, bye.
Okay. So. Goes to the afterlife. So what happens if we load that? Okay. So we can explore other things. I mean, I'm curious. I was very insistent. Anyway. This is not possible. So, but US treasure. Okay, it's Ghost of Mine. I'll keep that in mind. Exhaust Akiyukur. What you guys say? Speak nostalgia. You can go. You can for the rest of us go out. Okay, thanks. Your temple. How about you, lot? There are love sees ghosts for the simple reason that despairs with despairs. Blah 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 blah. There's Marisa talking about okay, so there's nothing else there. What is there? Or is there? But there's no other things too. I'm confused. Oh, there's nothing else to click on. I mean, I'm sure you're not trolling me about another ending, but I can't find it. I mean, it's fine ending. Or is the ending that it's the fail state or something? Okay. Where do I come from? I mean, okay. But what? But what do we like? I mean, is this the other ending? Ah, it is. Ah, clever fuckers. Okay.
You're me. No. I am Marisa, but I am not you. I am the true Marisa, the one you left behind along with your past. Why are you here? Are you going to kill me? I will go down without a fight. Kill you? If I killed you, I wouldn't be much of a ghost, would I? Well, I fear ghosts not because they are harbingers of death, but because they are harbingers of wrong life. For the Seigo in Remedia's tale, Ghost was the sins of her past, the misdeeds she had committed. Faced with a ship-seeking ghost of Marisa, what could a sailor do but abandon their calling at sea and hope for dull repose on land? And now I stand here before you, offering you the same dilemma. Will you turn away from who you truly are, or will you steep your hands in blood once again? Tell me, Marisa, don't you want to crucify Reimu? Don't you want to see her bleed? No, I don't want to. I left all that behind me. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm a proper law-abiding thief now. You say that, but I see you pulling out your mini Hakero from your pocket. You're thinking of just how you should burn her shrine to the ground, aren't you? You know, the human body is quite interesting. Even if you crucify a human and light them on fire along with the cross, they will not die. As long as there is adequate oxygen flow, the human body will survive. Does that not make the prospect only scarier? It is said that some vengeful ghosts can be birthed not from death, but rather from suffering. Don't you want to find out just how many profane ghosts Reimu can spit out with that dirty mouth of hers? You want to know, don't you? I want to.
Get the hell out of here! Haunting Reimu is my job. If you're going around inciting others to haunt Reimu, that's a violation of my patent rights. Fucking hell. This is why I hate copyright trolls.
Mima, what are you doing here?
Just, passing by. Yeah, it's easy to get lost out here in the Forest of Magic. Well, it's a good thing I was passing by. If you had listened to that ghost and went to attack Reimu, I would have had to sue you.
You mean like for aggravated assault and battery?
No, for patent infringement. Or trademark infringement. Or copyright infringement. Not sure which one.
Somehow I feel like the moral of this story is a bit off.
Moral? What moral? Oh, you mean about how you're getting haunted. Pro tip, you won't get haunted if you have nothing to regret. And the fact that the ghost was haunting you means that you have some regrets about going straight. If you live in accordance with your desires, then the worst thing a ghost can do is kill you. And at that point, it's not a ghost, just a monster. If you want to go troll Reimu, then you should go do it. And just make sure to get a license from me first though. I'll sell it to you for cheap since we know each other so well. Anyways, I'm off. Make sure to see the other endings too. Save right now if you haven't seen it yet.
Alright. Well, that was interesting. Alright. My throat's fucking shot, and I need to go away now.
Goodbye now.
Actually, I'm gonna leave you with the music again. 'Cause it's nice. And I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.